G'day guys, in this episode I talk about the importance of video through online channels, how you could use it to impact people and how you can use it to impact your bottom line, and as well that it should not be thought of as an or to traditional media, but an and how the two can complement one another really effectively.
28 and I'm trying to shape history, pulling from the sky for some strength to take with me, line up the stars, fly away quickly and push the world forward like a tidal wave hit me. I ride the wave swiftly, I fear no man, check my titles mate quickly, came from the sky with the light of day in me and grew my own.
G'day guys, welcome to episode 198 of AskJackD. Welcome back. We are getting scarily close to episode 200. How you doing, Rosie?
I'm good. We've got something very exciting planned for episode 200.
Are you snapping right
snapping.
now? Good.
Yeah.
Rosie's snapping as per usual. For those who've been watching the episodes previously, you'll know that Rosie, producer, director, mastermind extraordinaire, has got incredibly strict on time. How long is this episode going to go for, Rosie?
I don't know, maybe like 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, you got your stopwatch?
Yeah, I haven't actually started it yet, so...
Oh,
I know.
Slipped on that
Starting
one.
now.
It's a massive strike. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Today's question.
Today's question... I don't have it with me. I forgot.
Well,
I
you
left my
better
laptop
go get
over
it.
there. Okay, sorry.
The brilliance of only ever doing one take means
Okay,
that
sorry. It's the
you
new
get
setup.
to see the mistakes.
Okay, the new setup.
No stopwatch,
Yeah.
no question. That's two strikes. If you get a third strike this episode, it's not going to be good for you, Rosie.
Okay, sorry.
I'm just warning you.
All right, I have the question. So you're obviously a big believer in using online video content to promote yourself and your business. But why do you see the benefit in this as part of a marketing strategy versus just using traditional media alone? That question comes from Jen from Facebook.
Jen, I absolutely love that question and thank you for asking it. First distinction is really important for you to understand. None of this for me is about promoting me. I think if you want to produce anything great, and it has to be, right, in order to cut through the noise today, this can't be about you. This needs to be about you wanting to pursue and amplify a message. You want to be able to reach people. You want to be able to make a contribution. You want to be able to have people buy, whatever it might be. It can't be about promoting yourself. You need to be promoting an idea. You need to be talking about progress. You need to be talking about something that is you are contributing to the world far beyond yourself, right? So none of this is about promoting me. Second, why do we do this as opposed to traditional media? Firstly, I don't look at it as an or scenario. I look at it as an and scenario. So let me talk about online and I'll come back to television. With online stuff, it's where people are, right? Right now, Rosie has 2 phones and a Mac computer in her hand. I'm sure Jack behind the camera has a phone in his pocket. And I don't because Rosie's holding mine. But if we went around this office, everybody would have a phone, a tablet, a computer, whatever, right? So that's where our attention is at the moment. Secondly, on the online platforms, Facebook, whatever, video is being boosted, particularly right now on Facebook. Live video is being boosted because they want to drive engagement to that particular function. So they artificially boost it. So if you go, where are people's attention on social media? What's the content that's coming through the most? Video, both pre-record video and live video. That is the best way you are going to be able to reach people to ultimately touch the hearts and minds of the people that you're trying to reach. Now, having said all that, there's so much discussion around Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, as there should be, right? The whole media landscape is changing. However, TV is still king. If you look at hours or minutes spent consuming content across television or social media, television is still far outweighs that attention that we put into social media, which a lot of people would probably guess the opposite, right? Not true. The facts and the research from like 2 months ago tell us that more people are still consuming more television than they are social media. So that will change in 5 to 6 years. Ultimately, social media will sort of garner more attention than does traditional television. But right now, television and traditional media to a large degree is still getting more minutes than is social media. So we use both. We use television and print and radio for the big swings and the big kind of distributions. And we use online to connect. We use online to sort of have a less produced conversation, something like this. So it connects and it engages. The other thing with online video, the other thing with really any online content is if you do it well, and then you have ads following your audience, then let's say you have Facebook ads that are converting at 1.5%, right? But let's say you then started to do a video series, or you started to produce, and it doesn't need to be videos, right? But let's say it is a video series where you start going live every day, you start going live every week on your video, and then your ads follow your audience around. What ultimately happens is, rather than that ad converting at 1.5%, that ad now converts at 2.3%, which is not a 0.8% difference, it's a 50% difference, because you've gone from 1.5 to 2.2, 2.3, whatever it might be, right? And so it helps to reach people, and then the commercial, practical, tactical sort of ROI, if you like, is that if done well, it should boost conversions of your CTAs. Now, the other example that we should use in this example is Unwritten, right? What we did with Unwritten recently. So I published my first book, and then we self-published my second book, professionally self-published, and used a publishing arm or a publishing business for sales and distribution. But what we did with that is Rosie and I, we created and scripted and kind of, again, then outsourced the animation and the production of it, great videos to convey the philosophies and the concepts inherent in Unwritten. And we then just put them up on social media, right? How many views did we get from those videos?
600,000, and they're going up and up every day.
So 600,000. Now we did boost some
shares.
of them.
No, we hardly boosted them.
How much money did we spend boosting it?
$200 behind them.
Okay, $200. Well, that's just $200. We reached 600,000 people. How many shares?
Close to 10,000.
Close to 10,000 people sharing it, right? And so that's the power of video. Where else can you spend $200, reach 600,000 people, have 10,000 people share the content? And so it's an extremely useful method to get message out, and it's also an extremely useful method in order to increase conversions when ads follow your audience around. Let's let one of those videos roll now. Go.
While on a train at age 25, an idea struck J.K. Rowling like a bolt of lightning. Boy doesn't know he's a wizard, goes to wizard school. Not having a pen on her at the time, Rowling sat on the train as the ideas came flooding in. That night she began writing her first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. She didn't know it at the time, but years later those very words would spark the imagination of millions of children worldwide.
There you go. So that's 10 or 15 seconds of one of the videos. In fact, we should give him a shout out. Andre,
Color Andre,
who is an absolute rock star, produced all of those videos for us. Andre, you are a legend. Thank you very much. And we launched them like exclusively at the book launches, and they were very well received. Anyway, 600,000 views, $200, right? That's the power of video. It's not an or scenario. It's not about should I do this or traditional media. Do both. Throughout one episode of previous Ask Jack, I'm sure I've spoken about and how to package a story so that the traditional media do want to run it. So do that while kicking ass online with video. Now, Rosie wants me to say something about a podcast. What do you want me to say?
I want you to remind people that we have a podcast.
Guys, we have a podcast.
People don't
Ask
know.
Jack D.
You don't tell them.
Okay, people don't know. Well, I think some people do know. Anyway, hashtag AskJackD on the iTunes, on the podcast store. Go there now. If you're on Android or whatever, it is on SoundCloud, but it's just hashtag AskJackD. Guys, thank you so much for the ongoing questions. We are loving having this dialogue. Rosie, thank you so much for being a superstar. Still got 2 phones and a laptop. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. By the way, we're getting really, really close to episode 200. We're going to do something different for 200. So stay tuned.
What that means right now is my head's in the clouds.